Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and normal? You girl.
You're making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
What up, Mike? Get up off me.
Slim Thug just slipped up and exposed the one name Lil Baby has been trying to keep buried war for years. Forget whispers, forget speculation. Slim didn't dance around it at all. He locked eyes with the camera, cracked a smug grin, and dropped a bomb that could shake Lil Baby's whole image.
We ain't going for it. We stand in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
According to Slim, Lil Baby's not the man the streets think he is. And it all circles back to his alleged secret fling with music mogul Michael Rubin. You can literally see the moment Slim lets it fly, and the satisfaction on his face says it all. Lil Baby, though, he's losing it. He's been snapping online, ranting about people who can't keep his name out their mouths, and even warning that if he and Slim Thug ever cross paths, it's gonna get physical. That's got folks asking the real question. Has Lil Baby been running around with a fake street tough mask this whole time? Because if Slim's claims are even halfway true, it would mean Michael Rubin is the hidden engine behind Baby's rise. And those sugar daddy rumors that have been circling for years might not be as far-fetched as some thought. What makes this even wilder is Lil Baby's usual strategy has always been silence. He never fuels online gossip.
Yeah, the James Harden memes.
Like what?
Like
I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even I see certain, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say
you
it.
see the comment.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying?
But the second Slim Thug threw that shade, his worst fear played out right in front of the world, and that's when he cracked. He rushed to Instagram stories, posting a cryptic warning. Dudes love talking until ish gets real. Then what? It was gone minutes later, but screenshots had already spread like wildfire across gossip blogs and fan forums. The post didn't name drop anybody directly, but fans who've been around long enough didn't need names spelled out. They immediately pieced it together, pointing fingers at Slim Thug and saying this beef just opened a whole new chapter of drama that Lil Baby definitely didn't want out in the open. The most obvious target of Lil Baby's cryptic Instagram post was Slim Thug, and fans wasted no time digging.
How they got y'all dressing? Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and normal? You girls. You is all the way girls, man. Following y'all favorite rappers. D-Ray Davis, my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's in the flu in my era. I'ma just say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put your towel tee on or something, man. Before y'all be doing all this other. Y'all turning all the way to girls. What the like? Even the girls know it. The girls look at y'all like girls. It's weird, bro. Like, I don't know what happened.
People started scrolling through both their feeds, hunting for slick comments, hidden shade, anything that could confirm the tension. And then it became clear, Slim Thug had been gunning for Lil Baby for a while, and Baby finally hit his breaking point. What really triggered Slim? A recent performance fit that Lil Baby pulled up in. The clip showed him rocking a tight tank top, short shorts, and a pink belt. And the second Slim Thug saw it, boom! He took it as the so-called evidence he'd been waiting for to push the Sugar Baby narrative, linking Lil Baby straight to powerful men like Michael Rubin. The outfit lit up social media instantly, with people clowning online and some even turning conspiracy chatter into bold claims about Baby's private life. Slim didn't waste a second before unloading online. He jumped on camera, dead serious, brows tight, tone sharp, and declared Lil Baby was everything wrong with hip-hop right now. He didn't laugh, didn't crack a smile. He looked genuinely heated. He even went as far as saying Lil Baby was acting like a girl for dressing that way, his voice dripping with irritation as he made his case. You could almost feel the disgust bleeding through the screen. But Slim wasn't finished throwing shots. Out of nowhere, young Jock got dragged into the crossfire too. Slim mocked a cropped sweater Jock wore during a recent show, a top that showed his stomach while he performed.
So what's the reason why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any? That was really my only reason, like, for being younger. Like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug. I don't want to be no thug. You feel? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You get what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn. Everybody like this now, nigga.
To Slim, these weren't just questionable wardrobe choices. They were supposed to be proof. Proof, he claimed, that Lil Baby was covering up a lifestyle fans didn't know about. And then, just when it seemed like Slim might be reaching, the next discovery fans pulled up online suddenly made him look like he wasn't just blowing smoke. That's when people started pulling up that one photo, the shot where Michael Rubin and Lil Baby looked like they were practically glued together. The body language, the grins, the way the camera caught them at just the right angle, suddenly it didn't feel like just another group pic anymore. It looked like something way more intimate playing out right in front of the world. And right on cue, 50 Cent reposted it with a caption basically saying, what the hell is going on here? That single move sent the internet into absolute chaos. Within hours, folks were digging through old pics, old videos, and so-called receipts that many had whispered about for years, suggesting Michael Rubin's bond with Lil Baby went beyond music and business. That single snapshot turned into Exhibit A, and fans swore it was all the proof they needed to start connecting the dots.
At the party, we in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
The jokes got more vicious. The conspiracies turned louder, and suddenly every photo of Lil Baby next to Rubin wasn't just harmless, it was evidence. Fans picked apart every detail, the closeness, the expressions, even where their hands were. And then one picture in particular had people convinced they'd cracked the whole code. But before we dive into all those so-called receipts, we gotta break down who this alleged sugar daddy Michael Rubin really is. Because he's not just some random industry executive. Rubin is a major shot caller with deep ties to power players in both music and sports. Sure, most people know him as the businessman buddy who shows up in flashy rooms and behind-the-scenes deals, but his name has been whispered in connection with some shady industry gatherings, like those infamous all-white parties that Diddy used to host. And for those who know the history of those events, that says more than enough. What's wild is how Rubin seems to always be orbiting around Lil Baby now. Whether it's private jet rides, courtside seats at NBA games, or billion-dollar yacht parties. If Baby's there, Rubin's somewhere close by, smiling at the cameras like he's just there to chill. But fans are convinced he's way more than a background figure. He's the man pulling strings. It's starting to look like Michael Rubin's fingerprints are stamped all over Lil Baby's life. And it's not just about him being the money guy backing Baby's career. People are saying it runs way deeper than that. So deep that Rubin might even be behind the strange changes fans have been noticing in Lil Baby lately.
When that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera at his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Right.
I'm just like, that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
And that's exactly where Slim Thug slides back into the story. Because what he exposed didn't just make Baby look suspicious. It blew apart the tough image Lil Baby's been hiding behind and put his real ties on blast. Take that viral performance clip everyone's been dissecting. At first, Slim Thug and the internet clowned him for the shorts. But fans quickly spotted something else. Lil Baby had fresh, bold tattoos running across his thighs, one reading 90s Baby, and another ink stamped down his leg spelling out CBFW. For most artists, that wouldn't mean much. But for Lil Baby, it was shocking because he'd spent years saying he'd never get tattoos at all. He even did interviews explaining why, saying he avoided ink because tattoos would make him look ghetto, and he wanted to stay clean cut for life after rap. That sounded believable at the time, but now people are asking, why suddenly flip the script? Why go from zero ink to giant, impossible to miss tattoos sprawled across both thighs? Once the footage spread online, the internet had a field day. People zoomed in, screenshot every angle, and reposted with captions that got bolder and nastier by the hour. Some even claimed the tattoos looked less like personal art and more like branding, as if Rubin had marked Lil Baby as his property, his so-called boy toy.
Somebody show you who they are, and the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to leave.
The theories got wild. and the comments just kept stacking. It didn't take long before the noise got too loud for Lil Baby to ignore. For someone who's always stayed silent when rumors hit, this time he knew he had to respond because the streets weren't just talking. They were labeling him. But instead of shutting the rumors down, Lil Baby's explanation only poured gasoline on the fire. The whispers got louder, the jokes sharper, and that's when fans turned their eyes to his love life. What they found made the tattoo situation look like nothing. At first, Lil Baby doubled down, denying there was anything strange between him and Michael Rubin. He even brushed off that photo, saying it wasn't deep at all. On Lil Yachty's podcast, Baby went a step further, claiming he had security footage that could clear everything up. But here's the catch. He never released that footage. And to the internet, holding on to receipts you refuse to show is basically the same as confessing. Then came the real bombshell, straight from his own baby mama, Jada Cheeves. She finally opened up about why she walked away from the relationship. According to her, she kept trying to make it work but had to leave after Baby revealed his true colors. She didn't spell it out completely, but she dropped just enough breadcrumbs for fans to connect the dots. Instantly, people began speculating that the true colors she was talking about had everything to do with his bond with Rubin. And Jada wasn't the only one adding fuel. Instagram model Teresa Levy hopped on a podcast and claimed she had an encounter with Lil Baby that raised eyebrows.
Lil Baby's ass. He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby had slid in my DM. He asked me if I was in Miami. And I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up. And the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
According to her, the way Baby moved during their hookup had her suspecting he might not be straight. She didn't go into graphic detail, but the hints were heavy enough that fans ran with it. By this point, the chatter wasn't just messy gossip. It was starting to look like a pattern. And then came the twist that really tipped the scales. What finally turned the so-called sugar daddy whispers from rumor to near reality wasn't the tattoos, the women, or even the photos. It was Lil Baby's own gambling story with Michael Rubin. For those who missed it, Lil Baby once admitted he blew over $9 million in just 2 days during a gambling binge. The story alone had jaws dropping, but the part that really set alarms off was who stepped in to save him, Michael Rubin. According to Baby himself, Rubin personally called casinos and had him banned from betting so he wouldn't spiral even further. Now on the surface, that sounds like a loyal friend looking out. But after all these other receipts started surfacing, it didn't feel so innocent anymore. Instead, it came off like a boss protecting his biggest investment, making sure Lil Baby didn't embarrass him or crash out in public. Fans instantly began comparing this setup to the old school relationship between Diddy and Clive Davis. And if you know how that saga ended, then you understand why people are saying Baby might be walking the exact same dangerous path. The question on everyone's lips now, who's really pulling the strings? Because while Rubin stays low-key in the background, Slim Thug refuses to fall back. He's still online throwing shade, reposting old clips, and daring Lil Baby to stop with the subliminals and say his name out loud. And here's the twist. After all Baby's rants and cryptic posts, he suddenly went dark. No tweets, no IG stories, no interviews, just silence. And in this game, silence can only mean two things. Either you're plotting something massive, or you got nothing left to say. The problem is, with Slim Thug still pressing, Rubin's name still trending, and fans digging up new evidence every other day, Lil Baby's silence is starting to look less like strategy and more like guilt. So now the streets are buzzing with one burning question. Is Lil Baby protecting his image or protecting Michael Rubin? Because if Slim Thug drops just one more solid receipt, this whole scandal could explode from whispers and IG shade into the kind of full-blown expose that ends careers. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Slim Thug's telling the truth? Or is Lil Baby just the latest target of online gossip? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll catch you on the next one.